This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerizio.
And I'm your host who wished his overtime gave him super cursed powers, Davis Bates.
This episode is our weekly anime review, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. Alright, Davis.
Yo!
Halloween set.
I know. Look at this. The Normal Nerds Podcast. Now in Technicolor.
We're getting more production value.
Yeah!
With no help from the listeners.
Yeah! And we're doing it all. I'm actually very impressed with us. We're pulling together resources that we have.
This is like some stuff girls set up, dude.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, look at this. This is pretty good for us right now.
If you saw the rest of our apartment, you're like, yeah, it's definitely two boys that live there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hey, we have some Halloween decorations.
No, I meant like, well, the walls are pretty. We just gotta get nails. One day
we'll get nails one day. We'll remember
it's like
one
the
day.
easiest thing to get.
100%.
Yeah.
Except Target doesn't sell them. Target sells screws, but not nails. And I go to Target for everything. I could have probably bought them over to Home Depot, but I'm lazy.
One day we should just walk in the car. Or anyway, podcast
Time.
Anime
Podcast.
review. There's a lot to talk about. You're about to see some fangirling hard on this podcast. We got two anime reviewing. We don't have a third one for, what was the reason?
Zom 100's out right now.
Zom 100's out.
And Mashuka Tensei, or whatever, Jobless Reincarnation is, I think, on a split season right now.
There is
they have
one
13
that I
episodes.
was interested in checking out, and I was going to start on the bike today, but I didn't. It's called like Shagari La. It's like this guy with like bird head.
I have no idea.
It looks pretty
all right,
fucking
cool.
sweet. But we got the two. Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously, and Spy X Family, obviously.
Yes.
Let's start out with the anime that is going to be anime of the year.
Yes.
But it's easy to say. Jujutsu Kaisen season
2. It was amazing. Oh my god. I think I don't think I've ever fangirled so hard during an anime episode, because as if you listen to the podcast, you know that I love Nanami. I think he's one of the best characters in the show. Not the best character, but in the top 5 for me, easily. And it was just a spectacular episode for him. It was the greatest thing ever. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but it was his ultimate beatdown episode of a little punk who you really started to hate after one scene. So it wasn't but it was really good. Before we get to all that though, it was an interesting episode for
save
Nabarro.
that for.
Yeah, we'll get to it chronologically and all that stuff. But it was a very interesting episode for Nabara. In that she, most of the fights she's been in, give or take, she's been badass beat down.
Yeah, that's true.
And this one, she just she got her shit handed to her.
Yeah. She got hit perfectly in the jaw.
Yeah, I know.
Which, the chin, which is the way that was animated was awesome. To show her brain getting rocked around.
Stuff, yeah.
And it was pretty sweet. And it was one of those things where you really felt you're like, it's okay, Nabarro's gonna come back.
Yes.
She didn't need to.
She didn't need to at all.
I don't think it seems like she. I don't know. I would say it seems like she wouldn't have won, but at the same time, it's anime, so it's like
she probably could have done something ridiculous.
Well.
Also, it's also anime, so the hits people take don't make any sense. Her and other characters in the show got hit 10 times harder than she just did, and I was like, oh, this is one time though. She got hit on the chin, so can't handle it.
Got hit perfectly.
Meanwhile, other anime characters are getting hit by cars, and they're just like, we're fine.
Yep, it totally.
Just shake it off.
She was getting straight up stabbed, and then
I know. Oh yeah. The manager there. She got, is that what they're called?
Oh my god.
She got stabbed so much, and then was sitting down in the next scene. It was like, how are you doing
one of the
that?
stabs was directly out her ass.
Yeah, exactly, right in the ass. You're not sitting down. You're laying down maybe.
Yeah.
But you ain't sitting down. Sorry, honey. But yeah, no. So, but it was an interesting fight. I'm talking a lot right now, but I did not expect.
It might sound like you're talking a lot, but you're talking the normal amount. I've listened to the episode with the monster rankings.
Okay.
And I realize when I'm very excited about a topic, and we're both talking, 99% of the time, as you're talking, I go, oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm very conscious of that because I was listening to that episode and it sounds so dumb when I do that. It sounds awful. Just every 10 seconds, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. I
agree.
Yeah. It's just
I concur.
So as I'm very excited about this episode, I'm like, all right, don't do that.
Okay. But yeah, that's funny. No, but this was that kid. I've been interested about the kid. So I like that his master we saw in last season was degenerates that use human body parts to make weapons, which I may have based a future D&D character off of. We'll see if I get to use him ever. But
Who?
When we do the evil campaign, my guy made body parts.
Is that what you based it off of?
I based partially off of that, and then Frankenstein from Soul. Soul
Eater?
Yeah, Soul Eater. Yeah, because I wanted him to like some parts of his body parts to be like mechanical too, but it's a whole thing. Anyways, but yeah, so I've been interested in the kid since last season, and now we finally got to see him, and like he's not as cool as Master, I think, until we find out what his curse technique is, because he
can't like die or something.
Something like that. I think it's actually I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because he said he did die. When Nanami hit him the first time,
yeah,
he said, "Oh, I just died."
Yeah,
or something.
Or I would have without my technique,
or something along those lines. But it seems like he can't die,
or like he's bending reality somehow.
Or something.
Because like when all the rocks fell down on him, he just like held his hands out. And I was like that's usually people that can like that have probability manipulation around them. Just like where the rocks
or like precogs or something.
Yeah, or precog. I don't think it's a precog. He would have dodged though. He would have dodged on me. I think it's something to do with like. He warps reality.
Yeah, or something weird.
Some probability nonsense. Something that they're going to explain. It makes no goddamn sense.
I don't think he's dead.
No, he's not dead. He's definitely not dead.
Yeah,
we don't have his backstory.
See him die.
Yeah, we didn't get his backstory. We don't know what his technique is. There are some laws that Jujutsu Kaisen's not going to break.
I really do hope, though, that next episode is that he's not dead, and then Nanami just like knows he's not dead and still goes at him.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like and drags him to like the place just so he can figure out where to go.
This kid's interesting, but his weapon is stupid as hell.
That's dumb.
It's dumb. Just
it's
like
sus.
it's a handshake. Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of sus.
Yeah, there's a nice little hand job with that off time. Like, damn, so stupid. It's dumb. It's like of all the cursed weapons, like it's a fine cursed weapon. But make other ones. Yeah. Like, make cooler ones.
And it doesn't move that fast. Because, like, when the manager's, like, running away, and it cuts the manager's Achilles, which is awful.
Yeah.
The manager seemed totally fine, by the way. Don't know what abilities that... who cares? But it seems like... the way it chased the manager was stupid.
Yeah.
Just the way it hopped and everything.
Yeah. It was dumb.
But let's, real quick, I just want to get the Fujushi... Toji part out of the
shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because it's hard to remember all this episode because when the whole Nanami thing happens. But let's go to Toji real quick.
Yeah, so we get to see Toji there.
This is huge.
It is actually gigantic because I really thought we were done with him after the prequel. And like, I know we said it too. It's like, oh my god, we thought this was gonna be a character who's gonna be around forever and all this stuff, or like big villain of the season. And really, he was just like in the prequel. But no, lo and behold, they brought him back. And leave it to him of all people. Just to like, I'm so strong. My soul is just going to take back over my body. Yep. Even though that's like, the lady's technique was like, I specifically make sure that I don't call the soul back. And just like, well, tough shit.
Yeah.
Leave it to him. Only he would be, him and Gojo probably be the two people that'd be just like, yeah, I'm taking my body back.
Yeah, it's crazy just to have that massive willpower. I like the idea too. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's really cool. Changes the story completely now that he's in it. He has one of the second coolest scene in this episode when he just, for me, just when he steps forward and all of a sudden he's just there and there's no noise or anything. And then one hits an old lady, which probably wasn't that hard to begin with.
No.
One thing I did notice in the episode that I thought about it more. So obviously he's back. That's cool. Blah, blah, blah. But when Yuji and Megumi left, it seems a little sentimental. Like how they're like, he's like, oh yeah, you go this way. He's like, and Yuji, and he's like, yeah, if I die, you'll kill me. And they're like, get back safe. I'm like,
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all. I just don't know what Toji's gonna do. That's my bad. He's a wild card.
Yeah, he
like,
really is.
Where before we knew what the sides were gonna do, like obviously it's like, Jujutsu sorcerers going against curses. Like we know what the sides are. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Like he might literally, you could pick either side. I think he hates curses, but he hates sorcerers too. There's this whole shtick. My big thing is that like the only hope I have for him like being helpful is that like right before he died, he was like, oh man, I should have been a better dad, But that could have just been like a dying scene. It's like then he sees Megumi, and it's like wimp.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they'll like start fighting and then like halfway through the fight he'll realize who he is.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he might not even realize who he is.
That's possible. That's possible. I mean, Megumi will know who he is though.
Has he seen a picture of his dad?
I think his dad, he knows what his dad looks like.
Yeah.
Because he was like talking about how his dad like left and never came back. But at least I think he does.
Curse manipulation battle off.
Is that what the next one's called?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying that's what that would be.
Oh, curse manipulation.
I know his dad is like
off.
His dad
doesn't have curse energy.
He doesn't have curse energy.
He has Heavenly Pact, which is
but like, he had that stupid one.
What?
Oh wait, no. What am I thinking here?
I don't know.
I was sorry. I was thinking of the battle he had with Ghetto and Ghetto, and how I was trying to think of like if Ghetto and Mugubi fought each other. I don't know. That was in my brain. It's just, we haven't seen anybody do that yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen anyone do something like that. So.
Oh well, yeah, we did.
What are we talking about?
I'm
so confused right now.
Be confused because it's confusing. My brain is moving a million miles an hour. I'm thinking about a million different fights. Everyone who's listening and you're confused, fair. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the episode. Nanami's a badass.
Nanami is a fucking
he's an
badass.
Absolute badass. The way he was animated was awesome. Just everything about this scene was awesome.
Yes. The moment that we saw him step through,
just
his foot coming down, yeah, very Kill la Kill style, where like the heel comes down. Yeah, he walks in, he breaks the glass.
Which he totally didn't need to do.
Not at all. But why not?
But it was awesome.
He's badass, yeah. He probably didn't even like smash it. He probably just walked right through it.
I might have been actually.
Yeah,
I really might have known what happened.
But then that little punk is just like, ooh, real fights here, blah, blah, blah. Then he kicks Nabarro, and then Nanami's just behind him and asks like, oh, great line. Your allies and their locations. Mm-hmm. And the kid like tries to cut him, and I just love the scene where he kicks him after that. Mm-hmm. And it's like the force comes back on him, and it's like, oh, wall?
He's like, and I didn't even cut him.
Yeah, and then he just gets this amazing punch to the face.
I love it. Then he asks the question, he's like, I don't, and he's just, as he's saying, I don't, it just flies into the wall.
Oh my god.
And then I love it. I want to talk about it because I love those scenes. One of my favorite lines of this episode is when Nanami hits him again, and he falls on the ground, and he's bleeding, and the hand sword comes out, and Nabarro stops with a nail, and she's like a total bitch, but like I love that. She's like, not a chance. And he's like, the kid's like, read the room. Like he's just like, oh, my ass is getting so kicked. Like I just love that. Like, what a great line. Like whoever wrote that, like the kid's like, lady, come on.
This is like the one shot I had. I already established that I couldn't cut him.
It wasn't gonna
like 2 seconds ago.
Shit.
Oh my god.
But like the way it just every single punch was animated.
Oh, yeah. And he was in overtime too. Whenever he does that thing with his tie, it's like, oh, it's so much more powerful.
And I think it's just like it was such a reminder of how strong Nanami was. Like I always know he's strong. You remember when him and Yuji are beating the hell out of Mahito there?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
great scene. Love the scene. Oh.
And earlier in the season when Yuji threw the car it was before he threw his car. Nanami's like apprentice there was like, oh my god, Yuji's almost as strong as Nanami.
Yeah.
And then you kind of forget that like he is that strong.
Yeah. And him and Yuji hold the record for Black Flash.
Yeah,
technically true. Nanami holds it, but Yuji matched it.
Matched it. Yeah. I will say, Nanami is the coolest looking character in the show.
Oh, 100%.
He's the coolest.
Oh, easily. And they drew him fucking spectacularly this scene. Mm-hmm. He's just like a wall of muscle and anger the entire time.
And like the like thing holding his sword on the back, which usually is like something like cops wear. They put their guns in the suit.
I think what he has is stronger than a gun.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But he's so detailed and drawn great in this. And it just, I love when a character comes in and it's just like, it's over. It's done.
Yeah, it's done. It's so done. And when I talked about it with you earlier, it's that it's usually the other way around. It's usually like our heroes are beating the shit out of, whatever counterpart on the villain side that is like equal to them. They're usually winning and all this stuff. And then like the big villain steps
in. And Madara shows up.
If you've seen Castlevania, you know that happened in Castlevania Nocturne. That happened like in the last episode with the stupid vampire lady showing up. But man, no point either. You should really watch that, by the way. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, but yeah, usually it's the other way around. But this time we got it. It was our turn. It was our time down here.
I'm worried though that Nanami is going to be. He's also possibly could die.
I'm terrified of it.
Yeah,
because they're giving him. He did a lot this episode, and it would make sense. It'd be like it wouldn't make like I was like. But there's no reason for him to die right now. Who would do it? Ghetto maybe.
Ghetto's like the Toji.
That'd be bad. That'd be bad. I wonder like. My thing about that is that like the only in terms of physical level, Nanami and Yuji probably eventually are probably the only two that could physically just like stand up to his
Toji.
Heavily.
Yeah.
I mean like obviously there's Gojo, but like I'm just talking about physical strength.
Physical
they could probably
fighting,
stand up to him, which would be awesome.
That would be a
and with Nanami's ability, that critical point where he can just like pretty much hit you in your critical point every time, which was an amazing scene when he punched the kid in the face and cut it fast. So like, he's getting hit as hard as he possibly can. It might be a real fight, but once again, I don't know what Toji's gonna do. He's such a wild card right now. And also, is he on a time limit now since he killed the one who was... I'm so
no
confused.
Idea. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be really good.
I'm excited for next episode. It's a big Yuji fight, which is great. We need, this blood manipulating kid.
I'm really pumped for him. He's
it's
gonna
be a good fight.
Yeah.
And voice kid, which I always forget his name, looks like he's coming back next episode,
Nice.
so that's gonna be
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
I do want to see Nabarro actually do something.
Yes.
Nanami's like, no, you're just getting in my way. I'm the minimal level we need to get. I'm like, okay.
Okay. All right.
After watching that fight, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, we're fine.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
Oh, also,
there it is.
What?
Oh, God. What were you going to say?
What do you think I was gonna say?
What are you going to say?
No, I don't. What were you thinking?
I thought you were about to skip over May May, and then you're
No, I was about yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. I was waiting for you to like go to the next episode, and I was gonna remind you of it.
Also, she's badass as shit. Her axe is badass as shit,
and she's excited now to my goodness! when was the last time I could feel like I was about to die?
She kills like that one curse those two curses that clearly had shit.
They wouldn't even see the fight. She just obliterated them on screen.
And at first, I hated her little brother.
Oh, but he's awesome.
He's fucking funny.
He's hilarious.
He's like clap. Remember, he's like clap for her. And he's like, But I like how she recognized Ghetto immediately. It wasn't Ghetto. And then we got the big disease curse.
Smallpox curse. Yeah.
Which was also weird because the smallpox thing just like put her in a coffin and then dropped a rock. I'm like,
I don't know what that was about. Maybe there might be some connection in Japan to that. I don't know what smallpox did in Japan, but I know it was pretty bad the rest of the world.
They probably used it on somebody or something. No, in Japan. But.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But yeah, she's badass as shit. I can't wait to watch that fight. That axe is sick.
It's so cool. I can't wait to see the rest of her curse like really in action. Not her
That's
curse technique
true.
in action because like
crow
we've only really seen it in curse, not in crow form. So I want to see what else she can do with it.
And I love how she's all about the money too.
Great, yeah.
The hair is dumb.
The hair is super dumb.
And they really like to point it out.
And if her character wasn't so awesome, I'd be a real deterrent. But her character's so awesome that I really don't care.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I just don't like the scenes where it covers her face completely.
Yeah, if she didn't have that hair, she'd be a total mommy.
Oh, 100%. And the scenes where she doesn't have it like that, she is.
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah.
That was a great scene. So yeah, she's got an anime of the year. Already decided.
Already there.
But
no problem.
Let's move on to another great anime, A Spy X Family season
2. They're doing
season 26 plus.
Yeah, they're doing it like it's a 1.5.
I don't know.
Like episode 26. It's season 2. Everyone knows it's season 2.
Yeah. I really like this episode.
Me too.
It seemed like a filler, but a good filler.
Yeah, it did.
Let's talk about Bond stuff before we get to Damien and the Goons, because Damien and the Goons was so good.
It was really good.
Bond was really good. I thought it was good.
I was surprised with how good. I was a little confused at some points because like there were times where he did precognition and then he was imagining stuff and it was like, wait, which one's precognition and which one's imagining right now?
The precognition was like the gray.
Yeah, but there was like a couple of scenes where like just it was so close when he was doing it because like he has no verbal discussion skills. Yeah. So it threw me off a couple minutes, but like, overall it was a hilarious episode. I'm glad yours cooking is universally bad no matter what she's doing.
I know. I love that's how he was going. First he like assumed he was going to die by whatever that organization, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was going to shoot and kill him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's what he thought he was going to die by, but it was really actually yours. It's just the worst
cause of death. It's like, no. I liked his other reasoning of like, if he didn't eat the food, she was going to kill him.
Yeah. No, because Anya, she's like, you make mommy mad, she'll kill you.
It's like, what the hell? That poor dog.
Yeah. I love a lot of the just images he imagined, like when they're like, when he saves, he's like he's like thinking if he helps Lloyd get back earlier.
Yeah.
And he thinks Lloyd's job was just like
hunting, gathering, killing pigs.
Like I was like, what?
Okie dokie. That was hilarious. I did enjoy the scenes where he was dead. The angels coming down and taking.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Yeah, that cracked me up.
It's wild how this was an Anya-less episode essentially too.
It was Anya-less. Anya's only in it for like right in the beginning. I did like the scene though, and she found the door and she's like, "Oh no, you're saying goodbye," and then she almost tries to like, "Anya needs to study."
Yeah, go away.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny.
That was an amazing scene. Now, everything with Bond was awesome when...
I love when he met up with Lloyd.
What?
When he met up with Lloyd.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like, Lloyd, I knew that was going to be great. Because Lloyd has that whole, like, oh, I have to infiltrate and this, I have to force me, blah, 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 blah. And then Bond's just there. It's like, of course, another burn of his family has fucked up the mission for him. Mm-hmm. But it worked out better in the long run, yeah. Lloyd didn't have to kill anybody. It was cool, and greatest spy in the world. This is a wrong guess on his half that he thought the dog was back here to get revenge for his fallen comrades. The dog didn't even know where he was.
I know.
He was just like, oh man, I just need Lloyd back home so I can have good food and not die.
Mm-hmm.
Bond.
Yeah, I like that, and I like just like
the sequence of them hiding.
It was Bond's part was great. Just a lot of funny heartwarming stuff. But then the episode went to Damien the Goons.
And
And that was amazing.
I know, it was so good.
They are the most ridiculous people on planet Earth.
Yep, 100%.
Besides Anya, besides Yor, besides Lloyd, besides Lloyd's, Yor's brother. They're all just ridiculous.
Yes,
But
yes. And Lloyd's,
Frost, yeah.
Yeah. And Lloyd's boss is actually fine. But other than that. Anyways.
Yeah, she might be
the only sane character in the show. Yeah. Anyways. Damien the Goons. Damien is trying so hard to get a Stella, and as little kids do, he's studying. Sure. And that was the least little part of the show. And so he's working himself to death and all that jazz, and his good buddies get themselves in trouble so they can hang out with him all day.
I know.
Which is okay, guys.
I love the scene though where they're trying to get in trouble and they're just walking and the headmaster's like beep beep beep, like they're eating, and like the one kid's shirt is like open.
Yeah, he's being like,
and the headmaster's just like. He's like, you guys are not punished. You have to go help. But I love. First of all, the whole thing is like, disheveled clothes and eating outside of designated hours. I was like,
stupid. What was
like,
that?
That's a little intense. Why do bag of chips even exist?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Whoever eats a bag of chip and like, I feel like bags of chips are like meant to be eaten out of
whenever. Yeah. I never eat bags of chips at lunch. I eat them on the go.
But I love them helping them, and they're like, I love when they're like, these dumb kids. They don't understand how beautiful it is outside, and how great laundry actually is. I'm like.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But the best scene, so Mr. Green shows up and takes him on the
who is badass.
Cool.
He got an eye patch, man, and scars.
Yeah, I know.
He's an outdoors guy. He was in the Navy.
He's Navy, and I love the current was actually very slow, but it was just so fast because he was
paddling.
To
little kids, it was probably if he was going slightly fast.
When Damien fell off the thing.
Oh my god.
The boat,
and they all jumped in. It's like, you must survive. Get back to the boat
before we lose all of our strength. And Damien's like, I'll never forget you guys.
And Mr. Green just like puts the oar into the water. It's like, you guys are having fun, but you can stand up.
And the current's not that fast.
No.
I love that. And it was actually like a really good, like heartwarming.
Yeah, it was a wholesome episode.
Yeah.
For a kid that's been, kid whose family sucks. It was really nice to see him have a good time and enjoy life and be go to camping and be in the outdoors. Threw me off. It threw me off when they were walking back, and Mr. Green was talking about picnic is a term they use when they're trying to hop the border into the West.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why do you know that?
Yeah.
And then he was like, I don't know. But this place rules. Like, I don't know why people ever leave here. And it's like, maybe because you have Nazis?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
And also, that college is ridiculous or that's not college, that school is ridiculous because that was the grounds of the school.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's like,
that's so much unused land.
It's like, what?
Oh my god.
I thought this was schools in a city.
I know. Oh my, it was ridiculous. And then they were going to the Stella Lake or whatever. And he was like, Stella!
I love how the goons were even like, all right, you gotta calm down a little bit.
Yeah, relax. Yeah. Got to see the goon kids at the beginning of that arc of their episode. The goon with the big hair. Yeah. You see it down for the first time. I was like, oh my god, it just doesn't naturally happen that way. Anime.
Yeah, I know.
It was hilarious.
I did like also.
So you do that on purpose?
Yeah, maybe change that up there, kid.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
I love when Damien's like, yeah, no, my dream to be a politician, and the tall goon's like, I want to be a cosmonaut, and the other one's like, I don't have a dream. Well, I guess it's just to sit around and eat snacks. I was like,
yeah, you're the fat one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your classic.
But it was a wholesome, like, good episode. You got some side character action. There's not really too much to say about the episode, because it didn't progress anything forward.
And you're right. It did feel like a filler episode, but a good one.
It was good. It was just one of those where it's just like, oh, this is always good, fun to watch.
Yeah.
Next episode, I'm really pumped for because we get Yor's brother, and Yor's brother
he's always so good.
He's such a top character.
Yuri is amazing.
And Yor looks like she's doing up to something too. So we're all,
of course.
It's all gonna be good. I'm excited. Also, in the preview, they show this guy real quick who looked suspiciously a lot like Lloyd.
Yeah.
A disheveled, worse version looking of Lloyd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this Lloyd's sibling?
Yeah, maybe. I'll check it out.
Because we don't really know much about Lloyd.
No, we know he's from a war-torn past.
Yeah, we don't really know much about him.
Other than that, and he likes kids in a good way.
It's sad you have to say that nowadays.
Yes, facts, yes. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. I'm pumped for the next episode. Thank God we get previews of the show.
Thanks, Spy X Family.
Yeah, they're giving us something.
JJK's previews are so annoying.
I know, but they're so artsy and cool.
They're not
but it's so hard to see what's going on.
You can't tell what's going on at all.
I know.
I guess if previews perfectly, though, you can just see a little bit to know.
Just enough to know that you're like, oh, the episode's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, another great week of anime. These two don't miss. They never miss.
No.
So, it's been great. We're talking about the other night that JJK has just been a roller coaster this season since like Mekimaru's fight.
Yep.
Like we've just had our mouths like open and like dropped the entire time the episode was on.
Yeah, that's anime of the year.
Yeah, I think easily.
I don't even know who could do it.
You could probably do it off the episodes it already has.
Yeah.
Oh, so
this
good.
season has been better than Gear 5.
Oh, easily. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy Halloween. Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.